We sold our house. So real. I'm tired. I'm about to have my first meltdown. I think a lot of people will be shocked to never say never. We are moving. I think a lot of people will be shocked to find out that we are moving into a new build townhome. And there are lots and lots and lots of reasons for that. We're so excited. We have talked about moving for several years. Good morning. You can come up. We love our house so much, but it's small. We kind of always knew that we were outgrowing this house, but it was just a matter of where were we gonna move and when were we gonna move. We don't have family that lives in Nashville, and so we didn't really think that we would be here long term. But now Chance has a job that he really loves. I think the number one reason that we're moving, at least the thing that started the search, is safety. We live in the city, it's just not the safest. When I was just like a couple weeks postpartum, I was sitting on the back porch with the baby and a man just walked through our backyard. He looked like he had just been in a fight. It freaked me out. I've just been like, we gotta get out of here. Number two reason was space. We are busting at the seams. The third reason is that because of the size, we knew that this isn't our forever home, but we have put so much money into this house. The house is getting to the point where it needs some bigger things done that we just don't want to invest the money in if we're not going to be here for the long term. So Chance bought our house almost 8 years ago. It's worth a crazy amount that I don't foresee it ever going higher than this, just based on square footage and age and all that. The thing that's been keeping us here is our extremely low interest rate. I think that's true for a lot of people. When we started considering moving, knew that we wanted to be able to keep a similar monthly payment. So we started looking kind of all over Nashville. Nashville is expensive. Kind of brought up the idea of a townhouse. For a few reasons that a townhome is like appealing. Living in a community with amenities that would make it easier to meet people. Also less maintenance. Another reason was that we could easily afford a townhouse that was significantly bigger than our current house. We had a number in mind, and if we could find a place under that number, we would be able to pocket a significant amount of our equity in this house and put that down on the new house, and also have money left over to pay off our car, pay off any debt that we have, create a significant education fund for Holston, go on vacation. All of these things that we felt like we haven't been able to do. I always said I would never live in a new build. Having a new build that's just like clean was really appealing. We have also touched almost every single surface in this house. We're kind of out of projects. Really excited to do a project that is purely cosmetic. It's like paint and wallpaper without worrying about replacing a toilet. I know that there's gonna be a lot of things that are hard to get used to about living in a townhouse, especially after living in a single family home. But I really think that the pros outweigh the cons. The financial aspect, the space, and the community were really what sold it for us. Now we just have to move. Easier said than done. I'm about to have my first meltdown of the move. We are getting photos taken of the house to list it in, let's see how many days, 10 days. And the house is not ready. So this is
the guest room office, and it is probably, I will say, of all the rooms, this is probably the only one that's like doesn't need just to be tidied before photos. This needs to have like a huge overhaul. So luckily I did speak to our agent, and she said that they're not going to be taking photos of closets. So you can just close the door. The one thing is we don't have a door on this closet right now. We are going to put it back on for photos and just close that. I've started packing the first boxes. Feels very real. We're packing up all of our books because we're not going to need those before the move. But now I don't know where to store the boxes. Of all the areas in our house, our workshop is definitely the one I am both dreading the most going through, but also like it's gonna be so satisfying to get rid of all this stuff. So our problem right now is that this is really our only place to like store boxes or store stuff that we don't want in the house when we're showing it, and there's just no room for that right now. So even though it would be ideal to get the house in shape before we do something like this, that's not going to be in photos, not going to like be shown to people who are coming to tour the house, we have to organize this so that we have a place to put all the shit that's in the house. So we're just going to pull stuff out into our driveway and put it in on one side of stuff we're keeping, one stuff we're throwing away or selling in a garage sale or donating on the other side. And then that way we can kind of organize in here. We are a week away from having photos taken of our house to list it, and it is not ready. I am actually running to Home Depot right now because I just tried to touch up some paint in our bathroom, and even though it's the same color that I used, it is not matching the wall. So I don't know what happened there, but I am going to Home Depot because I'm gonna have to repaint the whole bathroom. We did the whole house buying thing so backwards, and like I don't regret it because our new house is so perfect and it's like exactly what we wanted and need, and we had to jump on it. But in a perfect world, we would have gotten our house ready to sell, put it on the market, and then started house hunting. Now we have a house, can't move in for 3 months, but we have to get our house ready to sell in like 2 or 3 weeks. And now we're down to 1 week, and I'm trying not to cry every second of the day. Moving update, I am painting the deck. My anxiety medicine hasn't been filled in 2 days. My carpal tunnel is flaring up. I think Colson is sick. Things are difficult. Get ready with me for our listing photos. This has honestly been so stressful for me. This whole process has been so stressful, so I'm really excited to have this be done. I know we still have a lot to do. Our real estate agent and our photographer are coming over, which are both friends of ours, and we'll just take pictures of room to room. So we had to kind of do the big projects to get them done in time for photos, and then just like obviously super clean the house. We are very hopeful that our house is going to sell quickly. We need it to sell by November 29th, by Thanksgiving ish. It has been very stressful getting here, so I'm ready to have this over with. I'm feeding my child in the backseat of my car with my dogs because our house is being shown. It went on the market officially today, but yesterday it was listed as coming soon, and we already have 3 showings, which is very exciting and stressful. So we're just hiding out at the park. Yay. I arrived our first day of showings. We had 2 showings. The first was just an agent who came to like scope out for clients. The second was a young couple and they really liked it. So we'll see. Seeing the for sale sign and having people come look at it, it's so real now. I'm kind of sad. This will always be so much more than just like a house. The first place we ever lived together. This is the first place we lived as a married couple. This is the first place we brought our baby home to, like all that kind of stuff. But also like this is where we got married. This is where we started our business. This is the house that like launched our business. There's just so many feelings attached to it. I'm gonna be so emotional as it gets like closer to actually leaving. Kind of interesting, our agent like posted our listing like on her Facebook and Instagram, and I've been like peeping the comments. That made me like literally want to cry. It was very sweet. Good morning. I am just getting ready to get out of the house. It is day 2 of showings, and we actually got an offer at the end of the day, which is crazy. But it was from like someone a flipper, like an investor, and he offered like, it was like an all cash offer, but it was way low. The second group of people who came to tour it actually asked to be kept in the loop if we got any offers, and they actually came back with a bunch of questions that we were able to answer, and they actually booked a second tour today. Still have a showing tomorrow, and then an open house this weekend. We sold our house. I am in shock. It's the second day it's been on the market, and we just sold it for full asking price, and they don't want to close until the end of December so we can stay until our new house is built. Oh, not that this matters, but it's a couple, and the guy is buying the house for him and his long-term girlfriend with plans to get married, and she's moving in and it'll be their first time living together. And that's the exact same thing that happened with me and Chance. Chance bought this house and then I moved in, and then we got married here, and I don't know, it just feels full circle and like meant to be. Today is an insane day. Today is just testing me. I'm at the dog park sitting in the car with the baby and the 2 dogs because today is our inspection. I was told it would be 1 to 3. It's 3:48 and they're still at our house. A little stressful. I also have 2 brand collabs today that I have to post, so it's just like trying to work while entertaining the baby and keeping the dogs out of the house and keeping the house clean and doing all the things. I'm tired and I'm anxious and overwhelmed. It's been a minute since I did a house update. If I look disheveled, it's because I feel disheveled. I have so many takeaways of things that I would have done differently if I could go back to the beginning, but here we are. So we have the same buyer, but we got to the inspection portion, and frankly, there's just a lot wrong with the house. So they're asking for a chunk of money. I get it, I do. It's just unfortunate. I don't have another word for it. But it's been 2 weeks of this, and at this point, we've like wasted time not having an open house, like not entertaining any other offers, because their offer was over asking with no concessions, like until we got to the inspection period. It is what it is, I guess. We're probably just going to give them a large portion of the money so we can close this deal and move on with our lives. We're taking the first load of stuff to our storage unit. This feels like a big step.
Because we're not moving for several months, we got a storage unit that is near our new house. So we've just been taking loads of stuff there, and it's really fun because we can then drive by our new house and see all the construction progress. Another really fun thing about this move is that within our townhome community are single family homes and apartments, and my parents have actually rented an apartment walking distance to us. So we are just so excited for this new chapter and to have them close by.